Welcome to Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast.
Hey, it's JD here, back for another week, sorting through the crayon box that is the oeuvre of seminal indie rock band Pavement, looking for that one particular color that will explain it all. Is it mauve? I don't know. Will I get to meet Malcolmus? That I don't know either. Do I have a tickle in my throat? Yes, I do. So there's that. Okay, we have a jam-packed show today. We are working our way through Wowie Zowie. We're about, while we're on the second side, we're deep into the second side at this point, maybe third or fourth track, talking about my best friend's arm. We're going to look at the ray gun clue to find out what Steve was thinking about when he wrote that song, if it offers any insight. We are going to listen to a live version from the Sordid Sentinels edition of Wowie Zowie and check out some emails. And I'm also going to announce a contest today that was brought to us by our good friend Steve West. So there's that. Before I get too carried away, though, with everything, how is everybody doing? I hope you're okay. Things are starting to open up now, and I'm not going to lie, that worries me somewhat. You know, I look at the data on a pretty frequent basis, and yes, things are slowing down, but we just crossed 5 million cases today, and I just worry about a second spike in this, and I worry about you and your loved ones, and of course me and my loved ones. It's a strange time to be alive, for sure. I don't want the world to shut down forever. I would like to go see this fucking band live, like I was supposed to. You know, we're a month away from Primavera, and God damn it, you know, I'm not going to get to see them, and it's really starting to sink in now, and that hurts. That hurts a great deal. So there's that. In terms of other, sort of pavement news, I don't have much. I know that Spiral has put his whole oeuvre on Bandcamp at this point. There's lots of B-sides and bonus tracks and things like that. You can get them for a really good price as well. He was donating to charity. I think he did that on Bandcamp Day. I'm not sure he's doing that still, but if you're looking for some, material to listen to of the Pavement variety, then there's not a better place to start than with the catalog of, one of the founding members of the band. So that's pretty cool, I think. Malcolmus has his up there as well. Traditional Techniques is on Bandcamp. And here's the lead that I'm burying. Steve West has a new record, and it's called The Unmastered Masters. And it's called... what's the record called? I'm pretty sure Western Summer. That's what it's called. How's that for stalling? And then recalling. Stalling and recalling. Yeah. So he's got this record, and it's on Bandcamp as well. But you know what? You don't have to go to Bandcamp to get that record. You can simply answer a trivia question and win a copy of the vinyl. I'll mail it to you. And the vinyl comes with a download key as well, so you can, if you don't have a turntable like me and you're lame, then you can download the record I was going to say the traditional way. Good old download, bits and bytes. Oh my gosh, when I was a kid. So there's that. So you can do that. So here's the way this is going to work. I'm going to ask you a trivia question right now. And you're going to answer that trivia question via email. You're going to send your emails to jd@meetingmalcolmus.com. And in the subject, you're going to put Steve West Contest. Now, I did get 2 of these records. So if you're on the bonus feed, you have 2 chances to win, because you the bonus feed members also have a crack at this with a separate subject line in their email. So if you were thinking about joining the bonus feed, now is the time to do so. And yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to stop pushing it because I feel like a I don't know, a dick. It's what it is. Hey, it's what it is. Okay, so anyway, here is the trivia question from Mr. West. He says, okay, JD, Bob, Steven, and I ended up recording Pacific Trim at Easley Studios in Memphis. A, what was the name of the local record store and the owner that put us up? And B, why did we end up recording just the 3 of us? All right. So again, what was the name of the local record store and the owner that put them up during recording at Easley and when they recorded Pacific Trim? And why were they recording just the 3 of them? You can find this answer in a couple places. It's on the Bob Nastanovich interview. I believe it's on the Steve West interview, a portion of it. There's probably lots of other places to find it as well. I don't think this is really... it's a good trivia question. Don't get me wrong. Steve, great trivia question. But I think that the diehards are going to get this, and they're going to be excited. So if I get more than one answer, what I'll do is I'll put them in a hat of some sort, and I will pull a name from the hat. Maybe I'll do it live on the show. And we will run this contest right through the end of May. So it's May 21st today. We'll run it right through to May 31st. That gives you 10 days. So again, the bonus feed members had a few extra days as well. So there's that. What do you say we listen to some music now? This is from the Sordid Sentinels edition of Wowie Zowie. This is Best Friend's Arm on Meeting Malcolmus, a Pavement podcast.
This next song is called Best Friend's Arm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baby, love it. What a smile. Everybody looks in the mind when you came in the doorway. They lost souls in the house, I swear. Baby's got a best friend's arms. Look at the people in their life and situations in this Lolita nation. No feminist for the queerest unbeliever. Inspires inside the web. Well, broken alleys just seem to hit me sideways. In the carpet, there are rats. And Mount Holyoke is my favorite feminine college. I hope that you like it better than me. Best friend's arms, keep it under your best friend's arms, keep it under your best friend. Help me, Steve. Keep it under your best friend's arms, keep it under your best friend's arms, keep it under, keep it under, keep it under, keep it under, keep it under. sailor, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian sailor, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian sailor.
Oh boy, that's great stuff, right? I love when this band jams, and I love that breakdown in there when Steve West starts singing along with him. Lyrics very different than the studio cut. I don't know if I can really discern them. If you've got a handle on that, send me an email, jd@meetingmalcolmus.com. Once I go through what the studio version might be about, then maybe we can do some plugging and playing and figure things out a little bit. I just think it's a great live cut. I think it shows off their skills as a live band at this point. They're pretty tight. They're doing things that they were really not able to do, even as recent as the Crooked Rain tour. So good on them, and it sounds wonderful. It really does. Oh man. I got some emails, and I want to share them, so I'm going to do that because that's what I do. This one is titled Anecdote, and it comes from Joe and Shannon. And Joe and Shannon say, my college-age son I can't even read. My college-age son told me someone asked him if he had ever heard of Pavement, and he just laughed and laughed. Thanks for what has become the soundtrack of my quarantine. Great for long walks. I grant you free use of this missive. No problem. Yeah, it's great. I'm glad you are enjoying the podcast. And, Pavement is really good for long walks. I often do the same. So there you go. Thanks, Joe and Shannon, for writing. This comes from Guy. And Guy says, hey, JD, ! Just discovered your awesome podcast and thought I'd drop a line and say, keep up the wonderful work. I've approached it in a non-linear process. Oh, interesting. Okay. I've approached it in a non-linear process, cherry picking the episodes based on songs that I fucking love. And it's always nice to hear another Pavement fan talk so fondly of some of those tracks, and your interpretation always feels en point. Wow. Okay. Keep writing. Wanted to get an email over to you while you go through the Wowie Zowie episodes, as I've wanted to recommend the live version of Fight This Generation from their Melbourne, Australia reunion tour in 2010. They've always tended to go pretty crazy with the second half of this song. Who could forget Malcolmus' Hanukkah Detour in one of the Holland sessions in the extended edition of the album? But this version, recorded in my hometown, sounded so fucking amazing when I heard it live that I had to track down a bootleg version just to relive that dense sound the band builds up in the second half. Really recommend it. Here's the MP3. Sorry it's not better quality. Just imagine if it was. And then he sent me the MP3. Also, I've met Mal a bunch of times over the past 20 years. Super nice dude. Smoked cigarettes with him down a laneway once and also on a balcony. I've made a habit of making fan art of the Jicks whenever they've been into town, to the point that the last time they were in town, they were anticipating me coming and saying hello, which was nice. Wow. Jake Morris was like, we've been waiting for you to appear. I don't know. Oh, I should have said Jake. I don't know why I've always gone sports themed over the years, but yeah. Okay, full disclosure, I've eaten pot today. Sorry. I'm a little blah over the years, but yeah. Enjoy, and thanks again. Feel free to drop me a line anytime if you want more detail. Cheers, Guy. And then he attaches some images, which I will tweet out later today if I am with it enough. They are fucking stellar. Wow. There's a baseball one, and oh, that's great. Thanks, Guy. That's really fucking cool. And I'm going to listen, Guy from Melbourne, and I'm going to listen to this track as well. I won't do it on today's episode because we're not talking Fight This Generation. But you know what? Fight This Generation is coming up. So maybe I'll save it and we'll listen to it there. We'll savor it together. Okay. So that's my email from Guy, and I truly appreciate it. And the artwork is wonderful. So what do you say we listen to Best Friend's Arm, the studio version? A little shorter, a little tighter, a little more compact than the live version there, but it's got a punch. The song's got a fucking punch. It really does. It's you're going to be intrigued, I think. So when we go to the Ray Gun lyrical pullout thing, so there's that. All right, Best Friend's Arm, hit it. What I love about this song is I love that breakdown at the end. And I mean this differently than I mean when I'm talking about the live version. The live version, there is like a rhythmic breakdown when Westy is singing the background vocals and Malk is noodling over top of it. This is like a breakdown, like a literal breakdown at the end, as the boys are chanting, "Keep it under your best friend's arm," and if you listen to the guitar is just all over the place, and it sounds really cool, and there's a heaviness to it that just, God, I just love it. It's just, it's really good. This is a song that slips through the cracks for me because it doesn't fit my normal sort of niche of songs that, I cling to, but I cling to this song. I love this song. This is one of my favorites on the record. I just love the melody. I love the I can see. I love that. I love the melodicness of it. I think it's really, really great. I don't, however, have a real handle on what it's about or the lyrics until this. Our friend Moik sending us the Wowie Zowie clues from Ray Gun. And this is Best Friend's Arm. The pre-conscious screeching of a wannabe Janov swathed in spring reverb and vintage compression. That's it. We just get this one line. But there was a clue there. Janov. So I looked up Janov, and Janov is Arthur Janov, I believe. I don't know for sure, but I believe that it's Arthur Janov. And Arthur Janov criticized talking therapies. He was a psychiatrist, rather, and dealt with trauma-based psychotherapy. And he created something called primal therapy. So the idea of like the primal scream, the idea of, getting that stuff out hold on, I'll read you a clip here from I'll read you a passage here from Wiki. In primal theory, primal pain is a deprivation or injury which threatens the developing child. A parent's warning is not necessarily a primal pain for the child. Utter humiliation is. An infant left to cry it out in the crib is in pain. It is not hurt as such, which defines primal pain, but rather the context of the hurt or its meaning is impressionable developing consciousness of the child. I might have this wrong about the primal scream. I thought the primal scream therapy was part of it. In the Primal Scream, published in January 1970, oh, that's the book. Okay, Janov wrote, by the time someone has reached the 8th month, he is generally well. Many parents finish before 8 months. Some remain in therapy for 10 or 11 months. It all depends on how sick they were to begin with. So, okay, I guess I was wrong about the Primal Scream thing. I was thinking there was, this cacophonic screaming and vocal affectation in this song, combined with the breakdown of that guitar. And, he talks about vintage amps and reverb. And I thought that was like sort of what he was talking about. But maybe a deeper look into the lyrics. And here's the thing. The lyrics that you find online are often so fucked that I don't know what's real and what's not. But perhaps a deeper look into those lyrics, and we would see that that this is dealing with some sort of child who is working through something that was created when they were even younger. And that would be awful and terrible, but I don't know how that relates to Best Friend's Arm. Keep it under my best friend's arm. Yeah, I don't know. It's a head scratcher. But I do think that Janov piece is key to unlocking this mystery. So if you've got some time and the wherewithal, then I definitely suggest doing some more research on this, seeing if you can get your hands on some proper lyrics, and shooting us an email, jd@meetingmalcolmist.com, and we'll go from there. But that's what I've got for you, and that's Best Friend's Arm. And like I say, we're fucking just ripping our way through Wowie Zowie. It's unfathomable that we are as close to wrapping up Wowie Zowie as we are, but that's the reality of this situation. It's May, and my God, summer is approaching, and so is Terror Twilight. So there's that. Wow. I don't want this to end. But the podcast is ending. So I should say that. I don't want this podcast to end, but it will. Enter the contest. Be well. Stay safe. And be cool.
Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast, is a weekly affair. Connect with JD at jd@meetingmalcolmus.com. Please support the pod by rating, reviewing, or sponsoring us at meetingmalcolmus.com. And hey, I'm social. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at Meeting Malcolmus.
$231. That's the average number of apps used by many companies. This leads to a lot of context and tab switching that drains employee focus and costs your company. Grammarly can help. Grammarly's AI works in over 500,000 apps and websites, making it easy for your team to write clearly and on brand without disrupting workflow. Join 70,000 teams who save an average of $5,000 per employee per year using Grammarly. Go to grammarly.com/enterprise to learn more.